An Indigenous approach to HIV care looks quite different than in our Western model. It incorporates and is based around community and what community needs. The community determines what we want around HIV. Long gone are the times of researchers or healthcare providers coming into community and telling community what they need. That narrative is no longer accepted. As Indigenous people, we have the right to determine what our care needs are. When it comes to HIV and HIV self-test kits, we are the ones to determine how and what that looks like in community. Hi, I'm Jessy Dame, proudly Two-Spirit and Métis. My family is originally from Treaty 1 and Treaty 2 territory, which we know today as Winnipeg and St. Roselac in Manitoba. I'm a proud certified registered nurse, and my pronouns are he and him. CBRC, or the Community-Based Research Center, is a queer research organization that started in the late 90s, and ever since then we've been continuing to grow, prioritizing Two-Spirit, queer, and trans Indigenous health, and specific HIV self-test kit programming in community. The HIV epidemic directly impacted Indigenous communities across Canada, largely increasing HIV rates within community, as well as stigma and shame towards sexuality, sexual health access, and overall sex. This led to homophobia, biphobia, and transphobia in community. So a lot of Two-Spirit people actually had to leave community, but when they came to major centers, they experienced a lot of racism. So the HIV epidemic directly impacted Two-Spirit people because they didn't allow us to find a place to fit. How can non-Indigenous leaders and allies support Indigenous communities around HIV? Get out of the way. It's not about creating space for Indigenous people, it's actually giving back that space. Our healthcare system has a responsibility to give back space to Indigenous communities. In community, we are taking back the narrative around HIV prevention and what that looks like. What we currently are doing are challenging sexual health stigma and shame through incorporating sex into our sacred bundles, incorporating our values, our needs around sex, but also around our emotional, mental, and spiritual needs. We are utilizing aunties, uncles, and non-binary relatives to create spaces for us to have open conversations around HIV, whether you're positive, negative. So one of the community initiatives currently in place is the medicine bundle. Included in that is a number of different traditional sacred medicines, including sage, sweetgrass, lavender, Devil's Club Salve, as well as HIV self-test kits, internal-external condoms, quality lubricant, utilized to challenge the history of stigma and shame towards sex and allow us all to recognize that sex is sacred, whether it's in a bathroom stall or at home with your partner. A major factor I wish Canadians knew about HIV is that it's not just physical. A major prevention strategy is emotional, spiritual, and mental well-being and care. It is prioritizing relationality, prioritizing one-to-one care and time, and it's allowing folks to have access to medicines, to community leaders, to allies, to trusted messengers. This World AIDS Day, let communities lead. It ends with us.